think of Omega timepieces, what immediately comes to mind? Luxury, excellence, design, royalty, and supremacy. Now, think of the Swatch watches. Which words come to the picture? Youth, art, contemporary, and colors. When these two brands came together, was it something you expected, or was it a total mind-blowing revelation? When Omega and Swatch collaborated and created a new timepiece, the whole world raved as it was something totally unexpected. It's unprecedented since these two brands clash in a lot of different aspects: price point, audience, style, and so much more. When the Moonswatch was made public, it made history because of different news all around the world where huge crowds of people rushed to different stores just to get a hold of it. In Australia, which is one of the first countries to launch this model, the police had to take over just to control the people flocking onto the Swatch store in Chadstone. And to think, this was only within 10 minutes from the time the store opened for said launch. But now, with sufficient time to review the product from when it was launched, it has been receiving a lot of negative feedback, and people are even saying that Omega has only hurt its name because of this pair-up. Let us find out in this video whether the Omega Moonswatch is the worst collab in history, and to see the aftermath of this model. So first, let's do a little background. When we say that Omega wristwatches are out of this world, we mean that literally. The Speedmaster Professional, which is an iconic timepiece from this brand, was worn by Buzz Aldrin when he walked on the surface of the moon in 1969. From then, the brand has maintained its elegance, design, and quality, and have continued to serve as an excellent watch all over the world and beyond. The colors of the Speedmaster have always been the usual neutral colors of chronograph timepieces: white, gray, and black, always trying to achieve minimalism, class, and style. In contrast, the Swatch brand is all about colors, bringing in a pop of rainbow in every watch design that they offer. This is because the audience is on the younger side, and they embrace modern styles and hues in their designs. With the Omega and Swatch collaboration, they intended to bring this pop of color to Omega's iconic Speedmaster. The watch is created by mixing together the different approaches of the two brands, luxury and street. The Moonswatch comes in 11 variants named after planetary bodies. One of the features that is highlighted by this watch is the use of Bioceramic, which is a unique mix of ceramic and material taken from castor oil. Each of the variants is designed uniquely with different asymmetrical cases, mission statements, and engraving, but all of them have the Omega X Swatch logos on the crown and on the dial. Why was the Omega Moonswatch received by the people that way? First would probably be the chance to own an Omega at a humble price. While the original Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch retailed at around $7,200, this Moonswatch is priced at only $260. We can't say cheap and affordable, but still, much more achievable than the original one. And even if you go to the cheapest in the Omega line, the Speedmaster Reduced, it is still priced at around $1,800. Still many times more expensive than the Collab version. At $260, you already have a watch with the Omega imprint on its face. The next reason is the hype, marketing buzz, plus the limited supply of the watch made the people want it more. So badly that they flocked to the store the instant that it was available. Promotional videos were quite effective when they teased the public about this major collaboration. Also, although not considered a limited edition, there was a limited supply. People desired it more when the brand announced that only 110 Swatch stores will hold it in stock. The last reason is probably for the collectors and enthusiasts out there. Since the Speedmaster never experienced a spark of color in its design, it would be tempting to own one with a different look. A good idea to add a tint to the collection. But now that the hype is over, consumers are going back to the usual aspects that you look for in a watch, especially for one that's priced at $260. One that is probably the most controversial is the color staining. A lot of content creators and influencers have posted videos about the color staining of the Moonswatch. This is common to the darker color variants, especially on the mission to Neptune. At first, people thought that it was only due to some of the materials used, such as the battery cover. But later on, it was found out that the color stains come from the bioceramic material, which is supposedly a strong point of this watch. Also, when talking about the case, it comes as a negative point to the Moonswatch. Although equipped with the bioceramic material in the case, it cannot be denied that the construction is still with plastic, since the ceramic material is mixed in with it. So, because of this material, plus the color staining problem, it creates an issue with this model, especially on their quality control. Another problem is that owners and collectors of the original Speedmaster Moonwatch are probably not impressed. As enthusiasts, they often like to preserve the status symbol of these luxury watches, and being mixed with the fun, joyous, and design-centric model is probably not a good step for them. With all these problems that arose a few months after the launch, is the Omega Moonswatch the worst collab in history? We say that it's not perfect, but it's probably not the worst. Despite all the problems that came about later on, the Moonswatch was able to bring in a number of good points and lessons. Collaborations are normal in today's market, be it in shoes, bags, and others. What has to be kept in mind is to keep the quality when engaging in collaborations, especially when it is between luxurious and mid-priced brands. Quality should not suffer when you aim to reduce the price. The release of the Moonswatch is also a good gateway to collaborations in the future. This opens a lot of doors and a lot of good ideas to different watch brands, and collabs may be able to produce innovative products. The Moonswatch also paved the way in promoting trading in the watch industry. Because of the limited supply, when the Moonswatch was released, people were able to trade it as high as $900, a great 250% approximate return from the retail. This gives ideas to consumers to invest more in luxury and investment watches to be able to trade it at a much higher price in the future.